In a small place surrounded by a seemingly unending ocean of forest, there's a tiny house, and in this tiny house lives a small family. The family consists of a mother, a father, and a tiny little kid that is you. You're 3 months old, and this is very much beloved, and you're very much beloved by your family. Your mom and dad are recent grad students from the University of Ohio. Your mom studied architecture while your father studied engineering. They had both met each other in a college party where they hooked up almost immediately. Nice. Even though they heard rumors about people poking tiny holes in condoms, they were both too drunk to think about that. This is where and how you were conceived. Because of your sudden creation, your mom couldn't attend school anymore and had to quit. On top of that, she had a massive college debt, and not even her parents could help her out with it. Your dad did his best in school, and although he couldn't see your mom because of that, he went to get a degree in engineering. As soon as he got his degree, he went to work at his father's car factory as lead engineer. He made good money, so he and your mom decided to move in together in a new apartment in the city. And later on, his father passed away. He became the head CEO of the company. Not long after he became the head of the company, everything started to fall apart. He had to attend more and more meetings that eventually could only see his family twice a week. He asked your mother to work for his company and tried to spend more time with his family. Hmm, probably family. After a small argument between the two, he accepts and starts to spend more time with his family for a while. You're 2 years old now, and you're with your family almost every day. But lately, the fighting between your parents resumed again. Your father's company is demanding him to spend more time and more time away from his family, even though he promised he would spend more time with you. He still has to pay the monthly bills, and seeing his father starve is the last thing you would want to see. But your mother doesn't seem to understand that. She doesn't stop picking fights and arguments with your father. As a result, your father begins to doubt himself and begins to come uh, later than usual at home. One night, you notice a strange smell coming from your father. It's the smell of another woman. Oh, the drama. Your mother seems to have noticed that too. That night, your mother locks you away in your bedroom, hears screams and shouts from the living room. You don't know what's going on, but you have a very bad feeling about it. You start to cry, and the shouting in the living room seems to have died down a little bit. You hear someone leaving the apartment. It's your dad. Your mom kicked your father out of the apartment for a couple of days. He comes into the bedroom and starts to cry and hastily packs your father's clothes in a suitcase. The phone rings in the living room, and you see your mother running towards it. It's your dad. He says that he's sorry he couldn't spend a lot of time with his family, that he hadn't done anything with his coworker, and asks for forgiveness. She seems very dramatic, but then again, cheating is a bit bad. Uh, she's probably done with him, considering she starts picking fights all the time, I guess. A year goes by, and the company of your father goes bankrupt. The company had struggled in the past with higher taxes and lack of customers. But now, after multiple failed construction projects, it met its end. Your father got sued by his fellow coworker because he couldn't pay them in time and ended up having to sell his father's business to a foreign mega corporation. The last thing you heard from him is that he got drunk one night while driving, tried to kill himself by driving his car through his old company. He failed in his suicide but killed three people in the progress. He was rescued and arrested after this, serving 12 years in prison. Your mother, now no longer with your father, couldn't afford to live in the apartment anymore, so she moved to an old house belonging to your mother's uncle who had passed away recently. The house is located in the middle of the giant forest, but it seemed perfect at the time. This is a fucking horror game, I guess. Something scary is gonna happen. Your father gets a job in the nearest town as a car mechanic. It's a lousy job where he doesn't earn much. He starts to blame your mother for the situation they're in, and they uh, start to argue a lot. But regardless of that, he's still there to raise you beside your mother. Many years have passed now. You're 22 and was the majority of your life being raised by your grandmother. After something tragic happened to your parents when you were still a child, the tragedy had left you scared and traumatized, but with the love and care of your grandmother, you outgrew that. Your grandmother passed away recently, and today you're attending her wake in her own house. Oh! Oh no. Fuck me. This is gonna be scary or something. I have to turn down my volume because I'm bad at scares. Oh, this is cousin. There we get our TV now. No, she cousin's TV now, be quiet. Sorry, my little cousin's still young, he doesn't get what's going on. Oh, okay. Who is this? Oh, I miss her already. The nurse. I'm pressing E. Cousin. Hey man. Look, I just wanted to say it sucks that she's gone. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. What is this? Laundry room? Key? I picked it up, I guess. There's no self-reflection. Okay. Cousin, gross. That's a weird looking bunny. Nobody can get this vault open. And if you do know the code, it might be written down. Well, I do have a key. But there's a code too then. Well, I guess I have to get a code somewhere. I was terrified of falling asleep. My dad came home drunk often, beat my mom in a fit of rage. Whenever that happened, I was supposed to hide under my bed as fast as possible. I slept under the bed often, but whenever I slept over, my grandma, she'd read my stories. Her arms would come and calm me down. She got me one of these plushies, told me it belonged to my mother when she was my age. Told me it helped her sleep for a long time. Grandma kept it as a memento to her, to keep her thoughts and all. Oh, look at that. It's a big ass house. Oh. I have to put something in the oven soon, so seems there's a key somewhere. Ah, what is this? A book. Grandma used to keep computer passwords. 4768. That might be it. Better check with the vault downstairs. Oh, so I was actually really close to finishing it, I guess. Oh wait, that's not where the vault is. It's right here. It's addressed to me. My dear grandson, if you're reading this, it means I'm dead. I'll let you know that I always loved you as if you were my own son. I wish you the best this world has offered you, because God knows you deserve it. I hope you can leave the dark past behind and let it define you. I'll look out for you from up here. With love, your grandma. Thank you for playing. Press escape to quit. Well, Damn, I liked it. That was pretty interesting. I was very, got very tense because I thought it was a horror story or something. Very dramatic, but nice. Yeah, that was nice.